After recently defeating my 2-week pavement pounding ban, I decided to ease back into running nice and slowly. So this week, it only makes sense to continue that recovery by racing an all-out 5K, where I'll be testing my limits once again and hunting for that top 10 finish to prove to myself that I didn't lose all my fitness in 2 weeks.
Alright, so although I have goals of running sub 3 in the marathon or sub 120 in the half marathon, both of those pale into the comparison of the ultimate challenge of placing top 10 in the Bluebell 5K. Now, you may be asking, why is this goal so important?
Well, that's because I'm running with some non-runner friends, so I gotta make sure that I show them that I still got some fast twitch fibers in me. So wait till the end of the video to see if I can turn this goal into a reality. But first, let's escape the lonely roads and venture out into the populated lands of runners.
Alright, so you love to see it. We're back out here with the run club.
And I think it's a great way to start off the week strong by getting to be around other runners. I arrived 15 minutes early, so I just relaxed in my car while waiting for people to show up and whacked on my favorite YouTuber to pass on the time. Now, the response to my MS150 announcement was absolutely crazy. I briefly mentioned that I was doing MS150 last week in support of multiple sclerosis, which affects the immune system and causes serious issues to the body. And I received the most support I've ever gotten for a batch of content, so it's a great motivator to continue forward. And if anyone has any spare money that they're willing to donate to an absolutely wonderful cause, visit my donation page down below, which has all the details of what this whole thing is about. Now, if I remember, we are $50 away from reaching that 100 marker goal, which will unlock the first challenge that I will be taking on. I wanted to give some thanks to everyone that supports the channel, and I believe that the Road to Marathon Platoon can grow into an absolute empire one day.
Alright, so a great way to just start off the week is just with a nice and easy run, which is what I tried to do until I caught up with someone and we just started chatting. And you can actually see in my pacing that I stepped it up a bit more when I was talking to this guy, because he was a bit of a faster runner and we talked about races. He's doing an ultra marathon, you know, like, bro, like, that's crazy. I did 26 miles and that was insane for me, so I don't know how you can do 50. But I just gotta make sure I recover very well today so that it doesn't affect my running tomorrow and the day after that, because we want this 5K to be pristine.
Oh, absolutely lovely. Cold start, cold legs, and hundreds of meters behind everyone. And I didn't even start the watch, damn it.
And if we want to do hard effort, I need to feel strong and safe with the Achilles, because if there's any shortage in that, then we might have to call that off in the top 10. But you know what? I'm gonna go for it and we'll see what happens.
All right, so right now I'm about to head out to Branham, Texas, which is where the race will be taking place. Sadly, I don't have much footage of the journey there. Since it's only a there and back operation, I won't be sleeping the night. Luckily though, I was able to get some banger footage when driving up to the holy grail of Houston running to do my first real workout back from Austin Marathon.
All right, so I am back at Memorial Park today. And today we have an infamous workout, 35 minutes of easy running, followed by 3 by 1K at goal 5K pace. So it has been a minute since I've gone fast. This is gonna be around 6-minute pace, 6:10. So it'll be very, very interesting to see if I can even hold that pace and will my legs be okay with it. So I'm pretty excited. It's gonna be pretty fun. Everything's gonna go great if I think it will be. So that's what matters. Let's get into it. All right, let's talk about these 1Ks because, oh my God, they were so important that I do these before the 5K. For the first rep, we went out at a slower pace than I wanted to. I was trying to go for around 6-minute pace, but I settled upon around 6:30-ish because my legs were not feeling great. I thought this whole workout was messed up. My Achilles was hurting, my feet were hurting. They were just not used to that turnover because I haven't touched speed. I haven't gone 6-minute pace low since like 6 weeks. So of course my legs are gonna feel very uncomfortable getting back into the groove. But once they found it on the second rep, oh my God, it was just like I'm back. Like, it was like I'm back, except I'm still slow. Like, the second rep, we were hitting around 6:12 pace, which was on point of what I wanted to go. I said 6:10, I was doing that range. So I was so glad that I was hitting that pace. It was feeling great.
That one did not feel that bad. That's really good. Really good, really good. Okay, we'll push it, the third one. All right, last one.
And on finally the last rep, I was like, you know what? I'm feeling great. We're going to push it a tiny bit. We're going to see what this body can do. And we went 6 flat pace for a 3:35 1K split. Now, that isn't crazy to my old fitness, but for the me now that hasn't touched speed in 6 to 8 weeks, this was a huge effort for me. I am gonna have to keep that around that pace if I'm gonna want a podium at the 5K, but I'm gonna be honest with you, it wasn't like impossible. Like, it was doable, it was hard, but I think it's possible, and I'm so happy, man. Like, you could even hear it in my voice the moment I finished that this workout was on point of what I wanted to do.
Bang. Let's go. Oh my God, let's go. Let's go, man.
Everything went well. And you know, sometimes you need good workouts because not every single day will be good. But the days that are good, you have to seize it and make it feel great, because right now it feels great. So this 5K is not ready for the pavement pounder, because here we come, destroying the podium. Let's go.
Oh, no, come on. Oh my God. It's stuck in my backpack. Okay. So my belief is that if you're able to rest as smart as possible, you're gonna be able to train as hard as possible. So that's why today we're gonna be hitting up the boots. I've been trying to use these as much as possible to really help with that recovery process. And honestly, I practically sleep in these bad boys, so I use them a lot. Now pair that up with the fact that this week has been going pretty well for the training, a lot better than I expected. I can only give some credit to the boots along with the icing I've been doing besides that as well. Now talking about the shakeout run, all it was a simple 4-mile easy run along with some strides, of course. But without further ado, let's head over to the race course for my big comeback race. All right, everyone, I have bad news. No, it's not that the race is canceled, but take a look and see if you can spot the problem. Now, I teased it earlier in the video, but if you answered asking, where is all the runners, then you're completely right. So me and my group arrived at the race venue at 8:58, and we assumed that the race started at 9:30, but then when I went to go double check the race website, it started at 9. 0 warm-up, 0 prep, and 0 crowd, all on cold legs. They were not warm at all, but we were off and we soon caught up to the mob of people ahead of me. So let's take a look at how I performed in this race. Now this wall of people up ahead, as you can see, was very long, and actually looking back onto the website, there was over 2,000 runners ahead of me in this race starting in the back. So there was just no way to pass up the mob of people. Now I was off at a decent pace at the start in the open streets, but once we caught up to the mob, I had to slow down and I wasn't able to get into a rhythm of running at all. So that first mile we crossed was at 6:49. It is definitely a bit off of the 6:14 mile pace I wanted to keep up for that sub 25K, but you know what? It's okay. We'll see what happens later on. As for the course, the route was very hilly, rivaling Austin in some of these hills that we reached. So going through everyone was absolutely difficult, and I soon came to realize that my knees and my Achilles were flaring up for the worst. So I knew my podium goals were gone, but I didn't give up because I wanted to use this race as a good baseline for where my fitness is at. Now the swerving I had to do around everyone for sure destroyed my time, but I also knew myself that I just wasn't in great shape going into this race. Like, we were 2 weeks off from the marathon, I think 3 weeks actually, but you know, not much training has been done since then. So when we crossed that 2-mile marker at around almost 8 minutes, that just confirmed what I was thinking in my head. Now this train track you see that we pass up, keep it in mind for later because it's a funny story, bruh. This downhill was a big one and I wish I could have used it, but I just kept on getting blocked off by people and runners ahead of me since we were in the back. I mean, you can't blame them because like they're also trying to pass up other people. So it was just like a complete like jam of people. But as soon as we reached that second to last turn, I was faced with a hill that completely reminded me of the mile 12 hill at Austin Marathon.
Let's go! Let's go! Attack! Come on! Let's go!
And getting closer to the hill, you can actually hear the train passed by all the runners blocking off the track. So like almost half of my friends got blocked off in the train and had to wait like 5 minutes for the train to pass. But so I'm lucky that just didn't happen to me. Now, I heard from people that after this hill, going up would be the final stretch. So once I was able to find a clearing up ahead, I just stormed my way up that hill to reach the peak. As for the final stretch, it was all downhill. So I just completely just bolted around trying to reach it as soon as possible, trying to get a good 5K time. You know, hopefully sub 20, you know, if I could, maybe sub 22. And at the end, I was hitting 4:40 pace in a stretch, which is our paces I just haven't touched since my good old track days. So this was an intense downhill sprint for finish. And you can see me here finishing like a beast. Sadly though, crossing a time of 22:42.
Oh yeah. So obviously it's not ideal hitting a 5K effort so early back into recovery, but you know what? It's okay. It's not about the time, it's not about the pace. I want to use some fast twitch fibers, you know?
All that's left now was to cheer on my friends to the finish line.
Let's go! Finish strong! Let's go, Kenny! Let's go, Michelle! Let's go, Michelle!
Yeah. Thank you. So much cool water.
Now, moral of the story is to make sure to check what time your race starts. Do not pull of what I just did in this race. Arrive on time, but with our baseline set, it is now way easier to plan out the training going forward and reach my goals. So I hope you enjoyed this one because next week we have some nefarious plans set up. But this has been Alberto from Road to Marathon signing off with rest smarter and train harder.